Sales Made Easy, my 4-word rules for success, number 5 in a series. We've spent the last few weeks discussing my 4-word rules for sales success. My goal remains simple. I want to give you easy to implement tools, tactics, and techniques to improve your business. Rule number 1 is shut the heck up. Rule number 2 is take them to lunch. Rule number 3 is uncover the real problem. Rule number 4 is don't work with schmucks. If you missed any of them, simply go to bruceturkel.com, click on the blog tab, and you'll find them all right there. Each rule is only 4 words long because often that's all it takes to make a huge difference when building your brand and your business. Today's rule is no different. But first, a story. The voice over the loudspeaker was that generic Midwestern, slightly Southern Texas drawl we've all grown accustomed to on airplanes. Okay, folks, this is your captain here. I'm sorry to tell you all this, but it looks like we'll be stuck here on the tarmac for another 20 minutes or so. If I get an update from the tower before then, I'll be sure to let you know what's happening. The woman in the center seat was angry and she wanted everyone to know it. Damn it, that's the 3rd time they've delayed this flight. We've been sitting here, 45 minutes already? I'm sure I'm going to miss my connection now. I probably won't get home in time for the party no matter what happens. Both the guy seated by the window and I ignored her. Not finding any sympathy or agreement from us, she continued. Can you believe this airline? Don't they care about their customers? Don't they care about the schedule? Don't they know we have places to be? What's the point of them telling us when the flight is supposed to arrive if it never leaves? Her voice was getting louder and louder, shriller and shriller. The guy sitting at the window seat glanced over her head, caught my eye, and rolled his. Her harangue went on for another 20 minutes or so before the man sitting in the window seat had had enough. Ma'am, he said with a quiet Southern drawl, kind of similar to the pilot on the loudspeaker. I'm a pilot myself. Let me tell you what pilots say about delays. He paused for a moment before continuing. The angry woman stared at him. It's always better to be on the ground and wish you were in the air than to be in the air and wish you were on the ground. He went back to his book. Our seatmate didn't utter another peep. Ever since that day, I've been on an airplane almost every week or two. I've listened to people complaining about delays, high ticket prices, and even a shortage of blue corn chips. I never say a word. The truth is, I'd much rather be on the ground wishing I was in the air than in the air wishing I was on the ground. So what's my 4-letter word rule number 5? It's simple. Focus on what matters. Not only can't you control the flight's takeoff, but if there's a problem with the plane or the weather, you're better off on the ground anyway. It's the same for your brand and your business. If you understand what you do, what your client wants, and where those things intersect, you already know where to focus your time and attention. Sure, there are other things you can do, but just like that delayed flight, you're better off concentrating on the things you can affect and improve instead of busying yourself worrying about things that are out of your control. Instead, focus on what matters.